Peace, peace, Black people. Welcome to Yemima's World, the Jelly Moose's Cafe. We are our ancestors. I am your hostess, Yemima, and it's good to be Black in the land of the living once again, as always. So, just real quick and real brief, you probably already know, but the big shitty bill passed. Um, I don't know what is going to become of us, as my mama would say. There will be thousands and thousands of thousands of people that will lose their health care and lose their SNAP benefits. And I thought it would. It's not amazing, but interesting that this bill that's going to eliminate a lot of people's civil rights is passed one day after the anniversary of the 1964 Civil Rights Bill being passed by Lyndon Johnson. So yeah, we got to come together as a community. We really got to come together as a community, and we really have to stop this infighting. We learned about the Willie Lynch letter, of how he talks about how to position enslaved people against each other. And for years and years and years and centuries, we thought that it was the house slave versus the field slave, the light skinned slave versus the dark skinned slave, the male slave versus the female slave, the adult slave versus the children's slave. It was always, we always said it was the white man that put us against each other. But the infighting that we have now amongst our people, foundational Black Americans against Black Lives Matters, against the Black Indigenous, against the Black Indians, against the African Americans, against the Black Americans, against the American born Africans, against uh, it's deeper than what the Willie Lynch letter talked about. And with this big shitty ass bill that they are proposing or that they are passing, it's awful. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us aren't going to read what's in the bill and how it's going to affect you. And if it does not affect you personally, I promise you, it's going to affect someone in your family. It's going to affect someone in your family. You think about your elders, your seniors in your family, your aunties, your uncles, your grandparents who rely on Medicaid, who may rely on SNAP benefits. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's mostly white people on SNAP benefits. And that may be true, but there are also a lot of African American seniors that use SNAP benefits. There are also a lot of African American seniors who use Medicaid. There are a lot of African Americans who utilize Head Start and pre K to take their children to because both parents have to work in this economy and in this nation in order to just make it. So the average family, you have a two-parent household that's working, and when you have children, you rely on that pre-K services. So even though it may not affect you, you may be the healthiest Black person in America, and you don't have any small kids, and you don't have any family members, or you don't have any children with disabilities, and you're not on Medicaid, and you don't use SNAP, and you think, oh well, it's not going to affect me. It's going to affect you if you have a heart and somebody in your family rely on these services, because now you may have to dig in your pocket to help out a senior or an elder in your family. You may have to give up some of your time to keep those small children because they're not going to be able to go to Head Start or to pre-K. So, because a lot of times we don't think that it affects us individually, and that individualistic mindset comes from Western culture. In Africa, It was never an individual thing. It was always a nation, a community effort. We relied on each other. And so your family members that again that take advantage or uh, subscribe to some of these government services are going to maybe be looking to you to provide for them. Maybe looking to you. You can read the big beautiful shitty bill on the White House uh, website, all 800 pages. I know that you won't because some of y'all didn't even read the however many pages it was in Project 2025. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The same Project 2025 is the same thing as a big shitty bill. So, but yeah, it's a hot mess. So all I have to say is for the 90% of the religious community, black community, religious folks that rely on Jesus for everything, Jesus, you up, Jesus. I sure hope that you can provide and feed all of these people that will lose their food benefits with two fish and five loaves of bread. And I certainly hope that you are the healer that they claim you to be, and that you the doctor in the hospital. And a lot of hospitals will now close because if they take funding from Medicaid, a lot of these doctors get paid through Medicaid. And so if there is no Medicaid, doctors will not get a salary. That means hospitals will close. That means people will die. And a lot of people don't even want to think about going natural with their health. And for some of us, it might be too late to go natural. But yeah, the big shitty bill passed. It's going to be rough for some of us. It's going to be rough for some of our family members. That's it. So you know the drill. Love yourself, love each other. Whew. Give yourself some grace, give each other some grace. We are our ancestors. If there is a time for us to go back and see what our ancestors were doing during the Depression, how they made it through, now is the time to learn from your elders. If you have elders that are still here and they are in their 80s or 90s, ask them what they did during the Depression. How did they make it? Because food stamps wasn't back then, they didn't have food stamps. And our ancestors weren't even going to doctors, white doctors. Now is the time to sit at the feet of the elders so we can get through this. Honor your ancestors, they will honor you. We are our ancestors. Until next time, peace, fam.